This is Doreen McCafferty from Holistic Wellness from Within, and today I wanted to give you a quick update on grounding mats. There's been brought to my attention that there may be a problem with using grounding mats, and this is kind of new information, at least to me. So I will be researching this. I don't have conclusion at this point, but I want to share with you what I'm looking into. So it's been reported, at least by some people, certain individuals, that grounding mats are being plugged into what we would call dirty electricity, and the grounding, you can test your wall, and the outlet can be grounded, but if the house is not wired correctly, then there's a shield that should be around the wiring, and in many places that's not there. And by the way, when I say if it's not wired correctly, that is not against code. So that shield doesn't have to be there. So let's say that shield isn't around the wires in a particular way, then the electrical current isn't really safe to put a grounding mat into. So it has been reported by some that that electrical current that you're trying to ground so that you're, grounded, you're actually attaching yourself into an electrical current that is far more dangerous than not using a grounding mat. Now, with that being said, I'm going to leave people's names out of this at the moment because I am just beginning to kind of dig into this. But the individuals where I saw the biggest video about this, they are selling a device, a very expensive device that you need to put into your outlet. So I was a little suspicious about that. And I also had no idea who these people were. Source is a big thing. So I immediately reached out to earthing.com because that is the company that I recommend when you go to my site to purchase grounding mats from. It's where I got my sleep mat. I have a grounding pillow and I have two other grounding mats in my home. So I shared a lot of this information with them. Now, this is a lot of information to review, but I did share it with them. And I did get an immediate response from them saying they were out of the office until the 5th, which is tomorrow. So hopefully I'll hear back from them. If not, maybe I'll have to reach out and place a call to that company. I'm also going to be checking with sources I really trust about what may be going on with grounding mats, if this is really something we need to be concerned about, or if it is more of a market now to sell these expensive gadgets that we don't need. And so, in the meantime, what I want to encourage you to do is listen, regardless of what they're saying about this electricity and being unsafe to be grounded to various outlets, a lot of people have experienced really amazing results from using grounding mats. And if you're one of those people, continue to use them. Don't unplug your grounding mat at this point. If you're not sure if it's working and you want to unplug it for a while until there's more research in on this topic, you can do that as well. And if you haven't bought a grounding mat, you're just thinking about it, you might want to wait until there is more conclusive evidence, which is what I'm really going to be looking for. Now, I have a lot of work on my plate, so I don't have a full-time job or a full-time reporter to look up this information, but I will be looking into it. And eventually, I'm going to try to get to the bottom of this. I'm never afraid to recourse, turn my, opinions around or say that I was wrong about something or learn new information and make adjustments. So if I do find out that I feel like this is something to be really concerned about, I'm certainly going to let you know. But at this point, again, if this grounding mat's working for you, use it. Make your own decision. If you have personal information about a grounding mat or what you've heard about grounding mats, share that with me. Again, I'm always going to be digging around to see the source and get more information on the source that's sharing this information. But I am here to get to the bottom of this and help my clients figure out if this is something we want to continue doing. In the meantime, no matter what, you can always go out, touch a tree, especially in the winter if you're not barefoot, bare hands on a tree. You can walk barefoot even in the winter, especially if it's not snowy or even in the snow if you're brave enough to do it. I can walk on the beach when I want barefoot. You can do what we call earthing. Earthing is a little different than grounding. I won't get into all that right now, but that is still a way to connect to the earth and release that negative energy. Again, if you have further information you'd like to share with me, send it over. And when I get a chance, I'll take a look at it. I hope to get to the bottom of this soon. And thanks for listening from Holistic Wellness from Within.